how do we have different colors in the universe? What's the smallest thing that has its own color? Do different types of atoms have their own colors and we derive colors from there? What are colors? What is color? Color is, see, what we perceive as color, what our eyes, what our mind perceives as color is simply electromagnetic waves of different wavelengths and frequencies. Frequency, wavelengths, two sides of the same coin. So electromagnetic waves have very characteristic wavelengths and frequencies, and these frequencies are interpreted by our eyes and our mind as colors. But the real world, there's no color, it's just electromagnetic magnetic waves. But to make the world appear similar to us, we color code it in as actual color. So you have red, and you have blue, and you have brown and yellow and white and whatnot, all that. So we don't have colors, we have electromagnetic waves of different wavelengths and frequencies. Some of these are in the infrared range, which we can't see. Some of them are in the ultraviolet range that we can't see. Some of these are extremely high frequency waves called gamma rays and so on. So so that's why we have different colors. We perceive colors in the universe because the universe is filled with photons of different wavelengths. What's the smallest thing that has its own color? I don't think electrons have a color. I don't think protons. So electrons, protons, neutrons don't have color, but atoms have color. Why do atoms have color? It's because atoms can emit electromagnetic radiation. Atoms can emit photons. So that's why atoms, if they emit a photon, they emit light of a certain color. So you know the hydrogen spectrum. It's very Lyman Balmer Paschen bracket fund series and all that. If you study physics at the college level, you will memorize that stuff. So you have all these. If you look at the hydrogen atom and you analyze it in a spectrometer, you have all these series of bands of light and all that. And the sodium spectrum is very famous. The sodium doublet yellow, the distinctive characteristic color yellow. So these are all the consequence of photons being emitted by these various elements: hydrogen, sodium, etc. If you look at the sodium metal, it looks brownish. And if you look at copper, for example, copper, not sodium, sodium looks whitish. If you look at copper, copper is an element made up of copper atoms. It looks brownish in color. Sodium, but copper sulfate looks blue in color. So it depends on the kind of light, the frequency of the light that is emitted when the atoms or molecules are excited. So that's why different types of atoms have different kinds of elements, actually not atoms, but elements have different colors. That's why it is so.